All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to jump into game number 3 here in a series that is 1-1 for Saro, which is a Protoss, and Kane, the Blue Zerg. Adam is eating pizza.
I'm eating pizza for charity.
Awesome.
We're curing cancer, guys. One piece at a time.
Oh, Adam. This is a best of 7. And here we go. Adam, hit me up with the sound of eating pizza. Starting up here in the top left position of Antigua, we have the red Protoss, Saro. And down bottom right, we have Kane. Once again, this is game number 3, 1-1 apiece. Obviously, someone's going to have to win, what, 4 games here?
Yep. We're in for a long haul.
We're in for the long haul, but you know what? PVZ is
I can live with that.
The best long haul to go through.
The pizza's not terrible.
No, it's all right.
The sauce is not anything to write home about, but it's okay.
It's all right. You know, it's pizza.
Yeah,
It's pizza.
that's pretty much it. It's pizza.
So yeah, guys, if you are just tuning in, this is the Bell Alliance Fiber Op Fall Cup for the Frag for Charity.
Pretty much. Well, Frag for Charity is who they're doing it through. The guys, the team that they're running this through, and they're the same group of guys that we've done Frag for Cancer and Frag for Charity with in the past.
Yep. Man, these guys just worked their tail off.
They have. I was just going to say that in the last, I think, 6 years, they've raised $60,000, not including what we're going to raise today.
Yeah.
So by the end of tonight, we better have 120. Just want to let you know that.
High hopes. He's got high hopes. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some high hopes.
That could happen.
But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Like 60 G's for charity is pretty awesome.
Pretty solid. You can't beat that.
Nope. And
unless you've got 61, and then you've beaten it.
Then absolutely,
then you've technically beaten it.
Yeah, you have.
But it's hard to beat.
Oh my God! It looks like we got some cheesing going down here for Saro. We could have a live when cheese fails. Well, and here we go. Kane is making the right moves already, pulling just the right amount of drones to be able to surround this pylon. Another probe is down here for Saro, but he might be able to put a pylon here or a cannon to be able to keep the vision.
Oh my goodness.
And it looks like this is just going to possibly fail. There's only 2 drones attacking that.
Stopped it in there.
Oh, now 3. No, only 2 drones are attacking it. That cannon is actually going to finish at it.
Wow, no, this is actually going to be very unfortunate
and
for
look
Pulse.
at that.
Another
There
one.
is another pylon going down, and is he going to be able to trap a lot of these drones?
That cannon's going to finish, and that cannon's going to do terrible, terrible damage. Mr. MaximusBlack, he's switching them over wings now, getting the drones out there. That was actually really, really good. He might actually get rid of that cannon.
My God.
Now he's blocked it in. He's got it. A second cannon goes up.
15 HP on that one cannon.
Wow.
And grabs the assimilator as well, but that spine crawler in a beautiful position. Oh, man.
All right, so that went just about as well as it possibly could have for Saro there. He did a great job at keeping everything alive there. You know what? Pulse actually did a decent job. That was basically exactly what he needed to do. Just a little bit. He needed a little extra. Just that 1 or 2 extra attacks to get rid of that cannon. Unfortunately, didn't have quite enough, and great pylon placements and probe distractions and everything else just went in the favor of Saro, and now he's going to have vision of that line. Those last 2, I think probably those last 2 blocks are going to be shut down completely, but now with that gone.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate this probe can't get out. He's blocked himself in to be able to get vision, so it's going to be very, very easy. Oh, but here comes the probe, but just this one cannon is not going to be enough.
Nope.
But you know what? It is what it is. It was a nice try. This cannon will go down, and you know what? It wasn't a total loss.
I would say it's pretty close to being breaking even or cost effective, judging by the amount of mining time missed and the amount of drones and circlings.
Saro is ahead.
Yeah.
He is absolutely ahead. We take a look here. 22 probes to 18 drones. He is now 2 base, or just about to be. Now the Nexus is 75% finished, and the hatch of Kane is just going down now. Yeah, he put a lot of minerals into this attack, but he also dealt a lot of damage, killing a lot of drones, some lings, forced the spine crawler, and still no gas yet.
Look at this. Pulse is actually going to turn right back around and see if he can get anything done, but the cannon is already up, and he's not going to be able to do enough. That probe will go down to try and stop him, but he ran right through. That is an unfortunate end there.
Failed. Did not hold position there.
Bit of a fail there, Phil.
Yeah, no. Phil.
And now you die for your transgressions.
Phil just shit the bed hardcore, and there is nothing in this base, so these
three
Lings...
Zerglings aren't going to do a whole lot.
They're going to cost a lot of mining time. That's what they're going to do. It's going to be pulling a lot of probes, and that alone is going to put him back into this. Now there's, what, 5 probes not doing anything, and 1 probe goes down, and still no Lings dead yet. And these Lings are going to recharge their energy, or their health, sorry, over a period of time. So these are just going to be a bit of a piss-off.
Man, these 3 Lings pulling the T-bow right now, dodging all over the place. Managed to get through again. Man, the mining time is doing basically terrible right now, based on the number of probes that he had to pull off for that. Those Zerglings definitely did their job. I didn't expect them to actually survive that freaking long. Bob is now chasing them around the map, trying to figure out where they are. Bob finally finds them. 1 Zergling left, and he's going to get either chased out of the base or chased forever by Bob. There he is. He's now actually going to shut... It looks like he's going to try and shut this down with the cannon.
Yeah, he's pulling out all the stops with these cannons, and this is where... And I do this type of stuff all the freaking time.
You love to throw the cannons around. I love doing this
because I like games that are going to bring me bring the excitement and get my adrenaline pumping. But this is where a lot of Protoss players make mistakes, and I am one of them. You're in the lead, right? You've got more probes, your bases, you're pretty much even or in the lead right now. Why take the chance to really hurt yourself? Because this is not going to work, right? A probe now dead, the pylon's going to go, and this is going to be wasted minerals, and that right there, that is a fail.
Yeah, that is a fail and a costly one, actually. All of the work that he basically put in there in the beginning has pretty much been negated at this point, as the Zerg is now going to be up into his 3rd base at this point. We have 1 Zealot down here to try and slow things down, but that Zealot's not going to get too much accomplished either. There's only 2 drones being run around, not really going to slow him down in any way, shape, or form, as we see him continue to throw down his Robo, Warp Gate just finishing, and upgrades on the way. But that was not a smart decision. He really should have just cut his losses and his wins.
No, that was a win.
Stayed at home and move forward.
Yeah. He just overcommitted there. I would have really loved to have seen him just chuck down 3 gates instead of putting the minerals here, and then just do a warp cycle of 4 units and then push in. Would have been so much more cost effective than just kind of pissing away, 450, 500 minerals just for nothing.
No, exactly. We now see the sentry count being slowly built up. The Roach Warren is on the way as well, as we have a 2nd Robo placed down somewhere. Just getting all the buildings forever right now. Need a little bit of Sim City action going on. Probably going to see a Observer make its way out after an Immortal. Yep. No. Ignore that.
What?
Nothing.
I wasn't
not a single Observer to be found.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to it.
Not a single Observer. That's okay, nobody was. Look at these. We got the Zerglings making their way into the base now, running by the sentries.
Yep.
Going to make their way in here, getting some information, going to see basically everything that he needs to. And we're going to see him pretty much react to this back at base, I'm sure, seeing 2 Robos and the gateways going down. He knows how many sentries are out on the field now. And that was an unfortunate force field. Basically, that really screwed him hard there.
Wow.
That's a lot of mining time.
Talk about just totally owning yourself.
Yeah, that
right there.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
That was all the way bad there. He tries to get rid of the Immortal with those Zerglings. He's not going to have quite enough power to do so, but he does get rid of the shields and some of that Immortal's health. As we see +1 shields on the way. 18 Zerglings on the way. The Spire as well. And so we're just moving into ever so close to the next round of major battles here.
You know what? Saro needs to go and do something right now.
I was just going to say that.
He's doing an Immortal Sentry all in, and he needs to go and do it now, because the Spire is on its way, and if those mutas come out...
He's about to meet an unfortunate amount of units, however. This is going to be kind of dangerous here.
He's going to need... God himself is going to have to place these force fields down.
Yeah, no, exactly. Otherwise, he's going to lose pretty much all of his highest gas-intensive units you could possibly have right now. Wow, none of those force fields were placed by God.
Yeah, no.
Not a single solitary force field placed by God that day.
He just lost way too much there. In my books, there's just no way that Kane can lose this game at this stage. He's sitting on 3 base. He's got 63 drones. The Spire is just about to finish here in about 15 seconds. And once those mutas come out, he's just going to be stuck with Immortals and Sentries and 4 Stalker. I do not see a way. But then again, last time he threw down a bunch of crazy stuff. storms.
Well, this is going to lose another immortal here.
Yeah.
That is a major loss, and without any force fields again, no energy on those sentries. The sentries are going to go down.
He's going to lose these
He's going to lose another immortal, possibly 2, and he's going to be left with nothing but 4 stalkers. And Pulse is just on the cusp of having. And look, we have 8 mutas on the way. This is going to get very close to a GG scenario here for Kane, with no questions asked at all. It looks like we also had earlier on a warp prism come out, and there's the warp prism there. It's going to be spotted. I was expecting to see some drop play. Maybe that's what he had planned. Unfortunately, it's just sitting there, diddling itself in the middle of the map, not really accomplishing anything. And look at this. This is not the unit composition that you need to go up against your opponent.
Yeah, well, you know, this is all he's got. This is it. He just overcommitted down there with the cannons and the pylon. He wasn't able to have the significant amount of units to be able to hold off that first initial push that Kane just did. And now he's playing a game of ketchup. And
ketchup is delicious, though.
Ketchup is really good.
Ketchup
you put ketchup
chips?
on anything. Ketchup chips is like
unreal.
I had a bag of ketchup chips. I feel bad. I got a confession to make. I had Subway the other day. I didn't get the M&M cookies. I got ketchup chips, and you know what? It felt awesome, and I don't regret it.
Did you lick the ketchup off the chip first?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you kind of did it half wrong.
Yeah, I know.
You know who's not doing it half wrong?
Kane.
Kane's
doing it all the way right.
110% right as he's about to win this game.
It's gonna look like ketchup chips have been crunched all over the ground here of Antigua. With all of the blood on the ground.
Yeah!
And there is the GG.
Yeah! So good.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
I know.
Well played.
Thank you.
Well played. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Game 3.
Game 3
going
to Kane. Yeah, 2-1 for Kane right now. Basically, I feel like all 3 games, Kane has just been playing better. But once again, in that first game, it was just those epic storms that really lost Kane the game. I feel like Kane is just a little bit more fine-tuned.
I would agree with that, and I've seen it across all of the games. No questions at all about that. I would say that he's just got a slight edge on his opponent. I think we'll probably continue to see that. Good on Saro actually pushing a little bit more aggressive in the beginning there.
I like that. It was exciting.
You know, there was 2 macro games, and it worked, but then he kind of overcommitted to that strategy, didn't quite take his wins when he needed to, and that eventually ended up costing him, I won't say the game, but it certainly didn't help him in any respect.
No.
It put him pretty much even or behind.
It's definitely a high risk. It can work, but even still, like you got to think, okay, if I'm going to cannon this third to get rid of this hatchery, what are the effects of these cannons? What is going to happen? One, you're going to force your opponent to build a lot of units.
Yep.
He's going to panic. He's going to want to try and kill that shit before the hatch dies. The guy that keeps making these games got to stop doing that. So you got to think, okay, if I'm going to make these cannons, what is it going to do? It's going to force a bunch of units. So what do I have back at home? And even if he killed that hatch, Kane is going to have a whole crap ton of lings and roaches, and he's just going to go push. And you got to be ready for that. And since you only have, like, what I think at the time maybe 1 gate in a robo, or he was just starting to make extra gates, it's really iffy.
There's a fine line between forcing your opponent to lose some mining time and forcing your opponent to feel it necessary to actually retaliate. And if you're not ready for it, that's what we saw right there. It can bite you real hard in the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to run a couple commercials and play some more wub wub for you. Let's kick cancer in the dick.